Would you please consider subscribing to my channel and giving my video a thumbs up? I'd really appreciate it.
Once upon a time, in a lush and vibrant forest, there was a hidden kingdom where all the animals lived together in harmony. This was the animal kingdom, a place where lions played with lambs, where birds of all kinds sang the most beautiful melodies, and where the rivers were as clear as crystal. The king of this kingdom was a wise old lion named Leo. Leo was known for his wisdom and fairness, and all the animals respected him deeply. One sunny morning, a great excitement buzzed through the kingdom. Leo had called for a gathering at the heart of the forest, where the grand oak tree stood tall and proud. This tree was so ancient that it had witnessed the birth of the kingdom itself. As the animals gathered under its wide branches, the air was filled with the sounds of chatter, chirps, and the rustling of leaves. Leo stepped forward, his golden mane shining in the sunlight. "My dear friends," he began, his voice deep and warm, "we have lived in peace for many years, sharing our knowledge and learning from one another. But now, it is time for us to embark on a new adventure, one that will help us grow even stronger as a community." The animals exchanged curious glances. What could this new adventure be? Leo continued, "Our forest is vast and full of mysteries. There are many places we have never explored, and many secrets that the trees, rivers, and mountains hold. I propose that we set out on a journey to discover these secrets and learn more about the world we live in." A chorus of cheers erupted from the crowd. The idea of exploring new places filled everyone with excitement. Even the shyest creatures, like the tiny field mice and the delicate butterflies, felt a thrill at the thought of adventure. Leo smiled at the enthusiasm of his friends. "But," he said, raising his paw for silence, "this journey will not be without its challenges. We must work together, using each of our unique skills to overcome whatever obstacles we may face. Only then will we be able to uncover the true wonders of our kingdom." And so, it was decided. The animals would set out on their great adventure the very next day. That night, the kingdom was alive with preparations. The squirrels gathered nuts and berries for the journey, the beavers crafted sturdy rafts for crossing rivers, and the birds mapped out the skies to guide the way. The next morning, as the first light of dawn peeked through the trees, the animals gathered once more at the grand oak tree. Leo stood at the front, ready to lead his friends into the unknown. With a mighty roar, he signaled the start of their journey. The group moved through the forest, marveling at the beauty of their surroundings. They passed through meadows filled with wildflowers, crossed streams that sparkled like diamonds, and climbed hills that offered breathtaking views of the entire kingdom. As they ventured further from their familiar home, the terrain began to change. The trees grew taller and denser, and the paths became narrower and more winding. But the animals were not deterred. They knew that they could rely on one another to overcome any challenge. Their first real test came when they reached a wide and fast-moving river. The water rushed by with such force that it seemed impossible to cross. But the beavers, with their knowledge of building, quickly came up with a plan. Using the logs and branches they had brought, they constructed a sturdy bridge that allowed the entire group to cross safely. Next, they came to a dark and foreboding cave. The entrance was so narrow that only the smallest animals could squeeze through. But instead of turning back, the group worked together. The birds flew into the cave, using their sharp eyes to scout ahead, while the rabbits and mice crawled through the narrow spaces to explore further. Inside the cave, they discovered something incredible. The walls were covered in ancient paintings, depicting scenes of animals from long ago. There were images of mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and other creatures that no longer roamed the forest. The animals stared in awe at these pictures, realizing that they were standing in a place of great historical significance. After carefully studying the paintings and learning from them, the group continued on their journey. They traveled through dense forests, climbed steep mountains, and navigated treacherous swamps. Along the way, they encountered many other challenges, but with each obstacle, they grew closer and stronger as a team. Finally, after many days of travel, they reached the edge of their kingdom, where the land met the sea. The sight that greeted them was unlike anything they had ever seen before. The ocean stretched out before them, its vastness filling them with wonder. But their journey was not over yet. Leo led the group to a secluded beach, where they found something extraordinary. A giant shell, larger than any they had ever seen. When they approached, the shell began to glow with a soft, warm light. It was then that the animals realized they had discovered something truly magical. The shell contained the wisdom of the ocean, knowledge that had been passed down for generations. As the animals gathered around, the shell shared its secrets with them, teaching them about the tides, the creatures that lived beneath the waves, and the importance of balance and harmony in the natural world. Filled with new knowledge and a deep sense of wonder, the animals began their journey back to the heart of the kingdom. The return journey was just as challenging, but they faced it with renewed confidence. They knew that they could overcome any obstacle as long as they worked together. When they finally arrived back at the grand oak tree, they were greeted with cheers and applause. The animals of the kingdom had followed their journey through the stories carried by the birds, and they were eager to hear about the adventures their friends had experienced. Leo stood before his friends, his heart swelling with pride. "My dear friends," he said, "we have learned so much on this journey. Not just about the world around us, but about ourselves and the strength we have when we stand united. The secrets we have uncovered will help us live in greater harmony with nature and with each other." The animals nodded in agreement. They knew that this journey had changed them all for the better. They had discovered the true power of friendship, teamwork, and the importance of exploring the world with an open heart and mind. And so, the animal kingdom continued to thrive, guided by the wisdom and knowledge they had gained on their great adventure. The animals lived in harmony, always eager to learn and grow, and always ready to embark on a new journey together. And they all lived happily ever after, their hearts full of the joy and wonder that comes from exploring the world with friends by your side.